Hello. Good evening. Check it. All right. Welcome to kind of short stream for Open Table. This is DenMother from Dudes and Dice Davao, and today we're just checking in. I know that our last episode was around. The last episode we had was somewhere around March, I believe, and we were supposed to have our third episode this month, but just heads up that it was Holy Week, so there were a lot of players that were not available during that time to do certain games. But yeah, just a bit of a heads up as to why we haven't done the third episode yet. Just wanted to get straight into it. But also a few things. Welcome to Open Table. This is a for this particular stream. It's just a quick Q&A to check in on Open Table, which is a collaborative live stream show. Oh my god, why is that? It's never gonna be a stream without scuffness. But yeah. So this is a collaborative live stream show by Dudes and Dice Ava and VariablePlay. I was happy to be given an opportunity to set up a monthly program where we open a game table for people to try different systems using starter kits, quick starts from different tabletop role-playing games. So we mainly main those that are in some similar caliber as Dungeons and Dragons, where there's an element of role-play, there's an element of dice, and we more or less try to introduce it every month to a new different batch of people. And I just wanted to talk about a few things while we're checking in on the Open Table. I wanted to look back on our previous two episodes, what's happening in our next episode, and the future games we'll be playing. I just wanted to keep you guys on a loop because technically the first quarter is already done. We're already time's flying really fast. We're already hitting May. It's gonna be May, as some of the memes go. Yeah, so we just definitely want to keep you guys on the loop because and talk about our experiences with the first two episodes, and the things that we're developing with the show, with the live stream show. Definitely wanted to go through like what were the highlights or the best experiences, and the things that we can improve in the future episodes. So the thing we want to keep iterating when we're doing Open Table is that this particular program, or at least this show, it has an advocacy to create open tables and open experiences. Try out new things by being adventurous, brave, and creative. And we've actually enjoyed like just pulling back the curtain, how we very much had this format where there was the actual play in the first part, a quick brief of what the TTRPG is going to be, and then the review section where both the players and the game master, me, kind of review three core aspects like, is it newbie friendly? Is it easy to run? High playability? And we were able to do those kinds of discussions in the first two episodes. So our first episode actually is the one by Heroes of Cerulean, Black Fisk. If you guys recall, I still have that one. That's cool. So Black Fisk Publishing, we did that for the first episode. You guys can definitely check it out on the Dudes and Dice or VariablePlay channels. Black Fisk Publishing was really cool. They've been very supportive in our first ever episode. I was able to play it with Dad and Twitch streamer Lynn, and of course another Twitch streamer Rob. So they were able to create some sort of narrative with it. It might not be too obvious, but there were some moments of scuffness. I would just highlight the few things to improve on before we go to the good highlights of that series. The one thing that I've learned is that I shouldn't, like at least in terms of the production value, um, the spacing, the internet, you have to make sure that it's good, so that it doesn't pixelate too much because, as you guys can see, I usually create my own overlays and stuff for most of the games. So uh, when I was doing the initial stuff, there was a lot of pixelation, but the audio was going through well. There was a bit of scuffness in introducing the intro that we usually have. So those are like the few bad things. But the great thing about the format so far is that we're getting new people from different perspectives, like a new player, somebody who's played for a while, somebody who's really into the mechanics and the rule set. And one of the key takeaways that I did enjoy with, especially in our first episode, is hearing like varying layers of opinions from like a veteran player, somebody who's been playing since like the existence of like 3.5 D&D. Like they're really old players, they've been playing for years, and then a person who just recently picked up playing TTRPGs, and then of course one who's very keen on the mechanics, like very keen on the rules. The system that we played actually was rules light. So by rules light, it's uh, shall we say it wasn't too heavy on the mechanics. It encouraged a lot more storytelling, and it was very cute. It was pixelated. Uh, Hold on, let me. It was a pixel dungeon. Heroes of Cerulean was inspired by Zelda. Let me pull up the thing real quick. This is the game we played the last time. Yeah. Hold on. So yeah, this was the first episode that we did with Heroes of Cerulean. Uh, and it was very short. It's something that you can just create a random dungeon in, and then with the rule set, it was very easy to create the characters that they were able to make. You guys can actually check out the episode when it aired on. We do have it on our backlog with dudes and dice. Let me just grab up the link real quick. But one of the things that I enjoyed about that was the review section, hearing the different perspectives of players, like how they were just like, yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was very accessible, and hearing their opinions on how the game flow works. I used their starter kit. I believe it was. What is that? It was the Woodland Temple. Yeah, I was able to run the Woodland Temple for the players, which was actually cool. Let me just grab the link to that one. This was the first episode. If you guys never saw it, it was back in February. This was our first ever episode. Okay. Oh, thank you. Hey there, Mars. Pretty stoked to have what's next for Open Table. Yes, definitely gonna talk about the next episodes in the future, and the next TTRPG games that we're planning to play. One of the few things is that I'm considering having like this kind of um, like looking back kind of streams where we kind of want to review the last two episodes that we did for like what we did in Open Table. Like every two episodes, we might want to do an in between stream, like just checking in, like, hey, did you guys check out the last two episodes? So this is the first episode that we did, Woodland Temple. So hopefully that loads. Hopefully. So there. Okay. see if I can. All right, so it's this one. You guys can definitely check it out on YouTube. It's also in VariablePlay's Facebook page. It's also in Dudes and Dice Dudes and Dice Facebook page as well. So everything here, the graphics that we used was from Blackfisk's starter. Oh, sorry. So so pixelated. So this is like the few things that I've observed with our gameplay is that so it's a bit cut, but it's there. I just realized it's cut, but you know. Maybe I can. Hold on. Just showing the episode in full. Maybe. Book transition. This was the actual play on YouTube. So it was interesting because it was the first one. It was bound to have some hiccups, but we were able to show some of the dice rolls that we did. Used a bit of pixel art because it was themed that way. There was also the map from the existing starter pack. It was really nice. I enjoyed the process of having to create the overlay for it. And after the actual play, we got to do the actual review, which was cool. This one. So we basically did the review afterwards for that one. Yeah. So that was that. It was fun. It was a fun experience. If you guys want to see the full, like the 3 hour coverage, so usually we want to keep on a timeline of like at least 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, and then the actual play, and then a 1 hour dedicated to the review because we definitely want to get feedback on the people that got to play it. So that was the first episode, and I think from that first episode we kind of got like okay, the format works fine. And we do enjoy the feedback that comes with it. And we got the support from the publisher, Blackfisk, through social media posts and stuff like that. So it was really nice. They were really supportive about it. The next one we did was Friendship, Effort, and Victory, the second episode, which was super, super fun as well. I think he was one of the players for that one as well. This one definitely was a better production value because we kind of got used to the format already. We kind of know what it is we're looking for in terms of like what it is we were planning to play, stuff like that. And it was the funny thing about the system is that everything was winged. Like it was a very random plot, but we kind of worked out what it is we wanted to do. So this is hold on. And so yeah, this one this was the second episode. We got to play Friendship, Effort, and Victory, Far Horizons, and the writer Kamala was very, very supportive as well. And I will say I was much more confident running this one compared to the first one, in a sense of the production side of things. It was easier to I understood the flow, and we had a new cast compared to the first episode. The great thing about Open Table is that it's always a different group of people every episode. So it was nice that we were able to introduce the systems to different people and getting different opinions from it, and I think it was really fun. This one also is about 4 hours in. We got 3 hour gameplay for it, and it was fun. And the storyline got really intense. There was like 3 acts, and I did enjoy it. getting into it, uh, and the review section, like especially getting the inputs from people that were playing like other TTRPGs, those who are mainly board game folk and video game folk, and then people who have been playing like a certain subset like 5e and getting their opinions. It was fun. It was good to see how it all unfolds, and this was a very relaxed system. This was fun. This is really a fun system to get into. So yeah, if you guys want to check out episode 2, we do have it live as well on the Dudes and Dice page. So Chakun the best indeed. Chakun was MVP for that one. So this was the play ball episode. You guys just want to, you're curious about the feedback. We actually learned to section it off, that there's the review part and the actual play part. So that's the thing that we definitely will retain in the succeeding episodes, especially for the upcoming third episode. So we look back now on episodes 1 and 2. They were varying genres. The first one was kind of like a fantasy Dungeons and Dragons like game that was like leaning on a video game trope from, if you're familiar with Legend of Zelda, and all of those like kind of you're the hero, save the world. That was Heroes of Cerulean. And then for Friendship, Effort, Victory, kind of like in the same vein, but you guys play anime protagonists with certain tropes and you get certain abilities. It was very easy in a sense that they were kind of GM-less, and the story really is dependent on what the players give input to. So now we're gonna be talking about the next episode. Let me just alright. On the next episode. Oh. I think that works. Okay. So for the next episode, definitely the thing we're gonna have, it's gonna be on May 3. So May 3 is Off the Record. If you're not sure what that is, it's from City of Mists. It's a game that I've been looking forward to play for a long time. It's just that I never got around to playing it. Let me just grab. Let me just properly grab it. That doesn't get anywhere. And this is probably the ad that there's like a picture I've been circulating when I was looking for players. I'm glad I got players for this. It's just given the holidays, again, it was Holy Week. You couldn't really get much people to be part or like actively be part of it. So this is episode 3, off record. So we are using the Songs of Babylon cyberpunk hack, which is made by my lovely friend Christoph Alejo. We played Pendragon for a bit in Lance's table, and it was just nice to see Songs of Babylon. Let me give you guys the link. RPG. So this is cyberpunk hack. If you guys like cyberpunk settings, dystopian corpos, kind of like Blade Runner meets Repo Man meets what do you call this? There's another movie I'm thinking about. Green Solvent. Well, the Green Solvent? That one. So yeah, if you guys are interested with that one, just section this real quick because I don't want it to cut. Okay, there you go. So yeah, this is the episode 3 for this coming May 3. So episode 3, May 3. Also, we usually run it on Tuesdays. We understand that it's a weird schedule, but Tuesday is actually pretty decent for that one. So we're using Songs of Babylon. This is a Filipino writer, a local Filipino writer who was really into City of Mist. City of Mist is kind of like Powered by the Apocalypse, but with a mythos logos tag, and you have certain power abilities that you list in. So if you guys want to support as well, they've recently released a mod in DriveThru RPG, not just to set up the cyberpunk setting, but you can just basically start it. Just using the hack. This is an original storyline that's using Christoph's world, Christoph's themes, and yeah, the way the story goes is it's really fun if you've gotten to read a bit about it. It covers a place called New Babel, and New Babel has these different corporations. One running the restaurant industry, one running the medical industry. Just mega corporations just having a stake on this dystopian city. And there's a few people who are jaded about it, like the impoverished street gangs. They kind of end up making a street gang because they're kind of like down with the system, anarchy kind of thing. And then there is people who are just trying to get day to day, like the for hires, and then there's the droids, which the droids or the robots uh, kind of are treated as second class citizens. So there's a lot of nuances to this world and how they develop as people. The mist still exists. It's kind of like a horror boogeyman kind of scenario. So if you guys do want to check it out, we're doing this on May 3. So mark your calendars for that. May 3, episode 3, we're doing off record. So the name of the game the name of the one shot is Off Record. The mod that we're using is Songs of Babylon. But I heard from the writer as well that City of Mist is releasing um, their official cyberpunk one. So I kind of want to pull up the link. Let me. I think I have the link for it. Oh no, where is it? Oh wait, I think it's in sales and promos. There it is. Yeah. Just wanted to show you guys. Other than of course supporting, Christoph did it first. I just want to say that they also have this one. So it is a Kickstarter. They're releasing Tokyo Otherscape Mythic Cyberpunk. So that's cool. They already have existing cards, so you kind of play it with cards and really cool dice. I kind of like it though. Oh my god. What? No. I must avoid. But it's really good art though. So yeah, this is Tokyo Otherscape, which is cool. If you guys wanna, but if you guys wanna check it out, there's a funded cyberpunk setting, but I'll be using the one specifically that Christoph made, which is the one for Songs of Babylon. This one for our episode. So, if you guys are curious about the story, how it's gonna go, so far we have three established characters. There is a hacker who's using the droids like in a kind of twisted Robin Hood style. There's a droid who kind of gives off the Bender vibes, like jaded. There's also there's a corpo. A corpo hire. Basically, they were guns for hire, and there's also the one where they're just trying to live their life and they're just drawing everything and trying to get everything on record through illustrations. So do check those out. Those are the things that we're definitely going to have on episode 3. So May 3, episode 3, around the same time as 7. So yeah. So that's the next episode 3. So now you guys kind of know, okay, we're going to be playing City of Mist. What are the other games we're going to play? Is it just mostly indie games or stuff like that? Generally, yes. We do love our indie scene. We do love, like, we definitely will try a lot of the bigger games in the sense that the bigger published games. But there's something about the smaller TTRPGs that are very rules light, and introducing you guys to new systems is definitely the way to go. I will definitely go for like bigger systems like Call of Cthulhu once we hit like some holidays, or Gubat Banwa. I do have a copy of Gubat Banwa, which I will like. I definitely want to do more of the local scene, probably for August. Buwan ng Wika. But for the succeeding episodes so far, I'll just show you guys a bit of a teaser of what it is that we do plan to play. Let me grab. So. So this one, so you're in a tavern. This is like one of the few key things that I was like, hey, this is actually interesting. So definitely we want to go back to the roots of like the familiarity of Dungeons and Dragons. So we definitely want to do the thing about this particular game is it's less about what the Dungeons and Dragons feel of combat and stuff, but it's a storytelling game, very focused on storytelling, and there are cards involved. The 52 card deck, where they kind of the players take turns drawing cards, and they create an outrageous story. So, and the thing about this story is, you're telling tall tales. So it's a dynamic with the players where they're all adventurers and they're trying to tell the story, and the friends are kind of like, did this really happen? Or and it's a way for you guys to create this really convoluted story of what happened in the last adventure. And I do enjoy the concept of like, hey, you guys can just make up stuff, and the actual element of collaborating and creating that story. So I'm really excited to play this one because it's more tongue-in-cheek, less combat, but it's more of like, you get to influence the world. Like, oh, they actually fought a dragon. No, it was a Draco Lich, or no, it wasn't a dragon. It was actually a plane. It was Superman. So you guys get to contribute to a lot of stories, and I think it's a cute, fun game to try. Not sure when between the months, but this is definitely on the list of definitely going to play in open table because it creates for like an open narrative and the concept of using cards to create prompts. I do like putting more physical aspects to the games, not just the theater of the mind, not just the dice, but being able to use cards for prompts, like even a 52 card deck. So you literally can play this with just the regular deck of cards and then just create stories. So I do want to see how this plays out. The next one that we have is Balikbayan. That's definitely on the list of something I want to try. The genres that I'm really, really keen on is sci-fi. You guys can tell that I'm really into the sci-fi bit, the City of Mist, Cyberpunk, and now Balikbayan. So this has been on a two playlist for a long time, and I think it would be a good chance to introduce this to people. You basically play like in this dystopian era of like an elemental or a spirit that's trying to find their way home through all of this mess. And I think the mess of like you being forced away from your home and Earth has been abandoned, and this is very narrative heavy, which I also like. I definitely am leaning on a lot of narrative storylines for this one, and I do like it. This was made by where is that? There was an actual play game based on Filipino myths and legends, but you do not have to be Filipino to play this game. Yeah, I do understand. Yeah. So this is Jamila, I believe. Jamila? Yeah. So this is fun. I do wanna definitely try this out. Have this on an actual play. See how it works. I wish I was a player instead of a GM, but I understand that I can experience it as a game master as well. So those are the two that we have. So you're in a tavern and Balikbayan. So those are the two ones, and then this one also as well. So I don't know if you guys have heard about what do you call this? The thing that and like Ron was working on. Not sure if you guys have heard about Plataforma. Really been kicking it off, and kudos to him to getting that. I think it's very appropriate to the time, and I found this TTRPG that I definitely wanted to show, wanted to run. So if you're into like Ace. Ace Attorney or those courtroom dramas, Law and Order. Well, not really Law and Order. Probably Legally Blonde, kind of leaning on Legally Blonde or Suits, maybe. Justicar is also one of the games that I definitely wanted to play. This particular one, this is inspired from like seeing Ron from VariablePlay, Ron Believer. He released a game called Plataforma. There's a lot of, if you guys haven't seen, in VariablePlay, he's been showing a lot of the gameplay footage and how it works. And I thought this would be a perfect game to kind of encapsulate and see he's going through like presenting platforms. But what if you play as a lawyer, a defense lawyer, trying to do some sort of justice, especially if you're going through like the case to case, like trying to figure out who is innocent, who is guilty. I am really a sucker for that courtroom dramas. So it is a game without the traditional game master role. 4 players, 1 mystery, and yeah. I do enjoy this. You guys fill the shoes of the judge, the stand, the prosecution, the defense. So each player has a different role to play, and it's 2 to 3 hours. So like, there's the judge, the understand the ins and outs of the truth, prosecution, the defense. So I actually do want to try this, like how it works, in especially in a live stream setting. So uh, I'm definitely keeping this on the to play games to play list. But of course, we'll be posting every time before the first few weeks on what it is that on the players. We always look for players to play with. We definitely want to keep introducing games to different sets of people, not necessarily the same group of people, which kind of makes an interesting dilemma. Because sometimes you don't get people with the right interest, especially with these kinds of niche topics. But hoping that as we continue to advocate for more open tables and more people will be keen on trying out new systems like this, themed storylines like this. So those are like the three teased things so far that we're gonna try uh, in open table. So those are the games to look out for. But again, the one we have upcoming is off record, which is the City of Mist one. So feel free to catch that one if you guys can. It will be a tremendous support if you guys drop by for that one. All right. So now we got uh, all of those covered. We just so it's just a short update on what it is we got going on Open Table. Definitely lots of TTRPGs to play. There's also a few more that I also wanted to try, which is again Call of Cthulhu for like an October theme, and Gubat Manwa. If this one Gubat Manwa. What up? Nice. Damn. Definitely Gubat Manwa is on the to play list. This is nice. So this is definitely like on the to playlist as well. I definitely want to get more. Uh, want to get more of the local scene because I've been playing a lot of I've been playing a lot of like a localized scene, so I definitely want to see what it's like in the pre-colonial era. I've also been exploring like horror tropes in terms of like the Encantos on a TTRPG setting in relation to like Chamber of the Lost. So like this is kind of something I feel like I would really get myself into. So Gobert Banwa is definitely like something you can do in Buwan ng Wika, which is on August. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of listed TTRPGs, and of course Call of Cthulhu. I haven't fixated on which one yet, but there's also a few of the complimentary copies I got from OnyxPath. Thank you, OnyxPath, for this complimentary copies. There was one from like It Came from the Deep and stuff like that. So I definitely might lean into reading those whenever we get into the more of the heavier systems. But yeah, for now, I definitely want to put some focus on some indie, small scale TTRPGs to run. So, yeah. Okay, so now that those are the games to play, just a quick segue to like the events that's happening with VariablePlay. So OpenTable is a collaborative effort with VariablePlay. We're streaming this on VariablePlay, hello to VariablePlay peeps, and of course to the Dudes and Dice channels, YouTube and Facebook. The the thing that we definitely want to focus on that's happening really soon. These are all like that's gonna happen in the future. But what's happening right now this month is Baycon. You're like, wow, what's Baycon? Let me show you guys the lovely bacon. me get this. So yeah, just wanted to give a quick shout out for Bacon. This is, of course, as mentioned in the Foster. It is a community-driven convention where open regular game groups band together and collaborate furthering the hobby. So same advocacy. That's the reason why Dudes and Dice was able to work with VariablePlay. We have the same advocacies in open tables, open like introducing games to people. So Bacon is happening. It's April 23 and 24th, Saturday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. It is at Eton West End Square. So if you guys are in Makati, it says Malugay Makati. If you guys have access to Eton, if you guys are in Manila, unfortunately I'm not in Manila. I wish I could be to visit this, but if you guys can drop by the event, please do get yourself acquainted with really cool board games that are going to be introduced there. There's also uh, Pilipitados who will be, Josh will be there introducing some mini paints, mini paintings. So everything about the hobby, furthering the hobby from board games, painting, mini painting, and all the programs that are going to happen. You guys can definitely check out Bacon. It's happening real soon. It's just around the corner. I think it's this week, if my math is correct. Yes, it is this happening this weekend. So if you guys are free this weekend, please do check out Bacon. There's also an existing link. If you guys, there is. Hold on. Let's let me let me this up real quick because I need to find the link. If you guys want more details on what Bacon is and the sign up forms and stuff like that, you guys can check out the forms. I'm not sure if there's still slots open, but you guys can try to sign up for the event. I would highly recommend it though because Variable Play has been very open with trying to introduce people to games. They've been doing a lot of really cool talks through their pages, and introducing different things, different board games, different things to play. So definitely worth checking out Bacon. So Bacon is Board Gaming Advocates and Enthusiasts Convention. So here's the sign up sheet for Bacon 2022. So it's happening this weekend. So feel free to support Variable Plays venture for this one. And yeah, that's like the one of the biggest things that are happening this weekend for that one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the little the short stream, uh, just going about what it is we're planning on Open Table. I do hope you guys see us in the next episode, episode 3, May 3. I'm really excited for that one. We're already preparing for the characters and the overlays for that. And I hope you guys tune in to the future actual plays and reviews. And I hope it has been really helpful in getting you guys to uh, try out new things, being adventurous with the games that you play, being brave and joining a table of strangers and meeting new friends and getting creative with your choices. So uh, thank you for tuning in to this very short stream. I hope you guys will have a good day, and till the next stream, this is DenMother signing off. Take care, and bye.